Could LeBron James next up be the Los Angeles Lakers? Not as far-fetched as it sounds, and it could happen within the next 2 years. Brian Windhorst of the Heat Index on ESPN.com wrote a very realistic way that it could happen. Check out his column. It went up today, and Brian's joining us right now. Brian, is there a real chance that James could find himself in Los Angeles once Kobe Bryant retires? Explain to us how the numbers, the salaries, the years, the contracts align.
Well, the Lakers have been preparing themselves for a post-Kobe Bryant world for a few years now. And last week, Kobe told media members, listen, I'm only going to play 2 more years. And now, whether you believe Kobe on that or not, I'm not sure. But in 2 years, the Lakers have prepared themselves for potentially being a major player in the free agent market. And Kobe's comments last week have really gotten some people around the league, especially opposing general managers, to sort of look at the lay of the land and say the Lakers are going to potentially have $30+ million in cap space, even if they're able to re-sign Dwight Howard, which is going to be obviously a #1 goal for them next summer. But in the summer of 2014, they could have $30 million in cap space or more, and that's a summer where LeBron James could become a free agent. And with Kobe talking about retirement, with Kobe potentially coming off the salary cap after the next 2 years, the Lakers, even though they have a huge commitment to their roster right now, have a lot of money to spend in 2 years.
As we take a look right now at all the numbers and all the salaries that come off the books in July of 2013. Now, LeBron James, he's signed through 2016, correct? But most expect him to opt out in 14, if not 15, when he's able to do so.
Right. LeBron signed through 2016, but he has an opt-out in 2 years, as do Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. And regardless of what happens with the Heat, most people in the league expect LeBron to opt out because he's actually making below the max salary. He and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh all took pay cuts to fit in below the salary cap back in 2010. So he's actually making significantly less than he could be. And regardless of what happens with the Heat, there's a belief that he may just take a look at his options, at the very least to get a raise. Considering his stature in the game, he should be one of the league's highest paid players if he's not.
Suppose at this point, 2 years from now, 21 months from now, when everyone starts these discussions, LeBron and the Miami Heat are very much in dynasty mode. Why would he ever leave?
Well, we can't predict what's going to happen in 2 years. If we were having this conversation in 2008, we wouldn't have been able to predict that LeBron was going to end up in Miami with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. But it was in 2008 when teams started to prepare for 2010. Decisions that were made in 2008 by the Heat and the Knicks and the Nets led to all that cap space that gave LeBron those options 2 years later. Well, we are at the point now, a year and a half away, 2 seasons away, where teams have begun to start their long-term planning. And there are teams that believe that LeBron is going to potentially be on the market that year. And it's hard to predict what the lay of the land will look like. For example, in 2008, the Cavs had 2 60-win seasons the next 2 years, but LeBron was still available to leave in free agency. So teams are preparing, and no team may be better positioned right now to make a run to poach LeBron James than the Lakers are in 2014.
It's a very interesting article, Brian, and you do it makes a ton of sense when you look at Kobe Bryant, 2 more seasons, retiring at 35, and then LeBron James and the Lakers will have all that money. I encourage everybody to go check it out on ESPN.com. Brian, thanks.
Thanks, Chris.